Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when Ruto made his state visit to the United States of America, one thing came out clear, that Kenya is going to deploy 1,000 police officers to Haiti, and if necessary, they are going to add more. The first request was that 1,000 police officers, then later it emerged that they are demanding for 5,000. So from 1,000 to 5,000. It means even the number will go more than 5,000. So when President Joe Biden hosted William Ruto at Statehouse, and the discussion about Haiti and deployment of police officers came up, there is something that happened in Haiti, and of course later there is something also that happened in Kenya. The gangs in Haiti decided to launch a deadly attack on the U.S. missionary in Haiti. And the missionary was killed.
Tonight, a deadly attack on American missionaries in Haiti's capital. Oklahoma-based Missions in Haiti says 23-year-old Davy Lloyd and his wife, 21-year-old Natalie, were ambushed and killed along with the group's Haitian director. The founder of the charity says he was on the phone with his son Davy and daughter-in-law for hours as the horror unfolded.
He's like, "Oh, Dad, I gotta go." He goes, "There's a bunch more guys coming in the yard."
The group holed up in the house, pleading for help, while the gang shot all the windows out of the house. Missions in Haiti, unable to get them a police evacuation or to negotiate with the gang before losing contact.
He just wanted to take that revenge out on my son and daughter-in-law and Jude, from what I can tell.
Natalie Lloyd's father, Missouri State Representative Ben Baker, saying in a Facebook post, "My heart is broken in 1,000 pieces. I've never felt this kind of pain."
Now, the question is that, what was the meaning of that at a time when Joe Biden was hosting William Ruto, at a time when we saw serious protest in U.S. streets at Kenyan embassy in U.S. by people who are against deployment of police officers to Haiti? What was the meaning of that? That alone was a protest. That try to do this so that you see the reaction from US. Wakasirike, muone vile watafanya. But Ruto was asked a question also, that how ready is Kenya to deploy police officers to Haiti? Will they deal with the issue of gangs in Haiti? And here is Ruto's response.
Haiti.
A group of missionaries, including Americans, were killed in Haiti last night by gangs. Can the Kenyan forces stop that kind of violence?
Yes. We believe we have what it takes. I think we have the best chance to deal with the gangs and to secure Haiti once and for all.
Now, we are continuing with this partner discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, I want to believe that the Haiti gangs are trying to send a coded message to Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America, and William Ruto, the Kenyan president. Because it cannot happen at a time just from nowhere when Joe Biden is hosting William Ruto at the White House. Then Ruto is asked a question about the capacity of Kenya to stop the Haiti gangs. Alafu unasikia the American missionary has been killed. In fact, missionary ni watu wako armed, ni watu they are coming to preach peace. Then they become the target of these gangs. They are sending a message. Then the worst thing to Kenya here, which now maybe Ruto has to think of, as he's talking about Haiti, bringing solution to Haiti. Then remember the question Abdikadir asked Ruto about the issue of bandits in Baringo Turkana, West Pokot. Ruto said there is enough security there. We have police officers there. Then, in a blink of an eye, a village is being raided. More than 140 goats taken away. Then, a KDF officer injured. Hey, this is serious. This is serious. So a warning is to Kenya and the US. But remember, it is Kenyan police officers who are going to be sent to Haiti. This is a country whose gangs managed to kill their own president. They dismantled their army. You're talking about 1,000 police officers going to sort out such a mess, whereby a president was killed, the army was dismantled. I want to say they don't have power, they cannot do anything. Look at that. Now, what many believe and which led to the protest in the US is that US is perceived to be middling in Haiti. You know, talking about the US, the West, in general, you're talking, and the United Nations, UN. They have always perfected the art of middling in the countries that do not want to play to their parasitic and predominatory rules. Kama mkubaliane na hao wakuja kupora nchi yenu kwa zile njia wanatumia basi, ndio wanafanya. They literally engineer war and instability so that they now pretend to come into the solution as a solution to the problem and offer humanitarian aid. Wana ndio wanakuja na mambo ya, you know, the issue of military, US military industrial complex. Kuja na hiyo, coming to solve the problem. So definitely Kenya is being used, we can say misused, to provide the fodder for the engineered instability, the war, in exchange for money and protection in terms of wewe ndio utakuwa president, utakusaidia hapa na pale. No wonder the protesters were saying that Ruto is the US puppet. There is one question people are asking here. If Kenya, we have the capacity to secure Haiti from these gangs, then look at what is happening in Kenya. Does it mean that Baringo, West Pokot, Turkana are more dangerous than Haiti gangs? His areas to mention is more dangerous than the Haiti gangs. What's the meaning of that? Because if we have not been able to solve the problem here in Kenya, people are coming in, the injured KDF officers. You know, for them it's a celebration when they hear either they have killed a KDF officer or they have injured. For them it is a celebration. In fact, the person who would have either injured or killed by these bandits, he's being promoted and elevated. Anakuwa ndio kiongozi wao. Wewe ukiua tu unakuwa ni kiongozi wao, unaanza kuongoza kule. Sasa uendi vita, kazi yako wewe ni kupeana orders. Ukiinja, you are being elevated. So they celebrate. Does it mean if we are saying that we have the capacity to solve the problem in Haiti, then here Kenya ni kubwa kushinda ya Haiti? Or what is the interpretation of that? Ruto anasema tuko tayari. So we are learning from the Daily Nation, the plan to send police officers to Haiti has been put to hold until a base is, you know, constructed so that they can have somewhere to operate. Does it mean that walikuwa nataka wapeleke tu police mbeleni mahali bure, ama there are other issues here that they are not telling the public? Mengi tu. So you can see the gangs are at alert, and they are very clear. When you kill a U.S. missionary, you know that is not a small thing. Unawajaribu uone vile watareact, and you know how U.S. they really safeguard anyone who is their citizen. A missionary is now dead. Waliharibu their own army, wakaharibu president. Sasa tunapeleka police. And Ruto is telling us that yes, they are determined to solve the problem. Sasa ya Kenya ni kubwa basi. Hii ya Turkana, ya West Pokot, ya Baringo basi ni kubwa kuliko Haiti. If we can solve the one in Haiti, then hii ya Kenya ni kubwa kuliko hiyo. And yesterday I was sharing another video here where a parent was protesting that let their sons and daughters not sent to Haiti because they are going to be killed there. Watakufa kule. He was protesting. That protest is truthful. Ni vile tu police officers, they cannot stage a protest according to the act guiding them. They cannot. But that protest is true. Kuna shida. Will our officers survive in Haiti? Ruto believes they will. What about you?